I want to welcome you all here tonight. My name is Fran, Marone. I'm the chairwoman of this reception this evening. Again, my name is Fran, Marone. I'm the chairwoman of the reception this evening. It's my pleasure and honor to welcome you all here this evening. Thank you for coming. And it's my privilege at this time to introduce our MC for the evening, Jim Kerr, who all of you know is the host of the Q104.3 Sunday morning show. And it's my pleasure to introduce Jim Kerr as the MC for the evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Of course, Sunday's actually my day off. Monday through Friday, 5 to 9 in the morning. Welcome. It is so great to have you here with us tonight as we welcome the 48th Vice President of the United States to our very special Conservative Party of New York State reception. The Vice President has been a good friend of our party. He has not only been a Conservative Party nominee twice for Vice President of the United States, but he has attended events with us before. As a matter of fact, right here in this very building when he was serving as a member of the House of Representatives from the wonderful state of Indiana, and it's our pleasure to welcome him here with us again tonight. The Conservative Party since 1962 has been fighting a good fight here in New York, and while we do have a national profile, and we weigh in on issues that affect the nation and the world, at our very core, we're a state party dedicated to improving the lives of every single person who lives in the Empire State. And that requires a certain special kind of leadership. We are very fortunate as a party to have as our chairman someone who understands the difficulties and the potential progress that can be made to improve New Yorkers' lives in every single inch of this state. From Staten Island to Plattsburgh, from the Capital District, west through Syracuse, up north to Rochester, west to Buffalo, down a little bit to Geneva. He knows the state, he knows what the people care about. He is a fantastic leader. Would you please welcome the chairman of the Conservative Party of New York State, the Honorable Jerry Kassar.
I'm going to speculate on something that you're actually not here to hear me speak. Could have been here to hear Jim Kerr speak, but this is a little different tonight. This is really one of the most special evenings we've had in the history of the party. And we've had a lot of good times, a lot of good evenings. But this is special. Can I make my introduction short? Because I know who you want to hear from. Lawyer, conservative talk show host, congressman, congressional leader, two-term governor, 48th Vice President of the United States, husband, father, devout Christian, patriot. I give you Michael Pence.
Well, hello, New York. Hello. Thank you all for coming out. How about another round of applause for Jerry Kassar, the great appreciate you so very much, Jerry, and we want you to pass along to Mike Long our very best regards tonight. It is wonderful to be with all of you. Jerry and I have known each other a number of years. This is not my first time at the Athletic Club, but it is wonderful to be back with the Conservative Party of New York, just a little bit more than a week away and 5 months away from a great conservative victory all across New York and all across America. It really is an honor to be here with so many great friends. And before I wrap up for the evening, I'm going to tell you about my first time here. way when I came to know the Conservative Party of New York, for this small town, Midwestern Hoosier, I felt like it was when I really met New York. This is an incredible party, it's an incredible movement. And I truly do believe the Conservative Party of New York is the heart and soul of conservatism in the Empire State. And I want to thank our dinner chair, Fran, Vella, Marone. Fran, thank you so much for putting together a great evening tonight. And to be here with Jim Kerr, I would have come just to hear Jim Kerr. I actually made a living in radio back in the 1990s. I wanted to be Jim Kerr when I grew up. But Jim, I was told on the way here, they said, you know, we're glad you're here, but we all would have come to hear Jim Kerr. So Jim, thank you so much for coming out and supporting the Conservative Party today. And it really is also a joy for me tonight to be with so many distinguished public officials. The former state chairman of the GOP, my great friend Ed Cox, is in the room. And the Republican leader of the state Senate, Bob Ort, is with us. Bob, thank you for coming. The Republican leader of the New York Assembly, Will Barclay, is here. Will, thank you so much. And the highest ranking official in the room, the former Second Lady of the United States of America, Pence, is in the house. You always introduce the highest ranking official last. I just thank you all for getting that joke. But it's a special honor to be here tonight with one of the best statewide tickets anywhere in America. The next Comptroller of New York, Paul Rodriguez, is with us tonight. The next Attorney General of New York, Mike Henry. The next United States Senator from New York, Joe Pena. What I believe with all of my heart will be the next governor and lieutenant governor of the Empire State, Al Esposito and Lee Zeldin. No, I can honestly say I was for Lee Zeldin before it was cool. I really was. First time I met Lee Zeldin, we both served in the Congress of the United States. I knew this was a man of faith, a man of integrity, a man of character who would emerge as a leader in the Congress of the United States. But it's been so much more than that. Lee Zeldin has emerged as a leader in our party and a leader in the country. One of the most important voices in our party on the airwaves of this country. And now stepping forward at such a time as this, as a time of such great challenge in our economy, in the life of New Yorkers, Lee Zeldin is stepping forward. With the endorsement of the Conservative Party, the endorsement of the Republican Party, the endorsement of the New York Post, and I'm proud to report tonight with the full endorsement of his old friend, former Vice President Mike Pence. Would you join me in welcoming the next governor of the state of New York to the podium, Lee Zeldin?
Conversation that I ever had with Vice President Pence happened to be on the topic of the U.S.-Israel relationship. And for many in this room, this is a topic that is real close to our heart, our passion. There are people who serve in Washington who speak of, who value the U.S.-Israel relationship, but they communicate at the surface. It's almost like they're still learning, they're still in training as to why this matters. And I realized in speaking to Vice President Pence that it was purely and genuinely, deeply to his core, a passion on so many different levels. It told me about faith, it told me about family, it told me that this was a person who believed deeply in so much more than what we were even talking about that day, or what we all may know from our encounters with an exceptional vice president. He is real. Jerry Kassar, the chairman of the New York State Conservative Party, is someone who I've had similar experiences with. The New York State Conservative Party right now is under the leadership of someone who is genuine, who is real, who believes in cause and purpose, and all of us believe that losing in 2022 is not an option. The only option is for us to win, to take back our country, to take back our state. And thank you, Vice President Pence, for your friendship and your leadership and principles of your fight. Thank you for your support. Vice President Pence.
Thank you so much, Lee. Thank you for that. Thank you for being willing to step forward. Step forward to lead the Empire State. A man of character and a man of vision. I appreciate his thoughtful and overly generous words. It is great to be back to the Conservative Party here in New York. You know, my life has changed a little bit since the last time we were together. Karen and I moved back to Indiana. We bought 5 acres and a pond. I get to drive my own car. That's the good part. Bad part is I get to pay for my own gas. I'm mowing my lawn. I bought a new John Deere the other day. 54-inch deck, 0 turn radius, 25 horsepower. Became a grandfather and a grandmother. Our son, who's a captain in the Marine Corps, and his wife finally came true. Waverly Grace was born last year, and she's 14 months, and she's crazy about me. So we've had an incredible year. But we learned a very sublime truth that maybe is only true in America. You can be a congressman from your home state for 12 years. You can be the governor of the state that you love for 4. And you can be vice president of the United States of America. But you're still going to wait 25 minutes for a table at Olive Garden on Saturday night. Happened to us. Literally, I sent a text to my daughter. I said, we just waited 25 minutes out on the curb for her. She wrote back at me with a little American flag, and she said, "That's America, Dad." And you know what? She's right. What a great country. I just came today to say how excited I am about Lee Zeldin, this great team and this great ticket. I'm so grateful for the Conservative Party's support for this extraordinary team in New York at such a time as this. And I also want to say thanks to each and every one of you for the support the Conservative Party provided to our team over the last 4 years and the encouragement you've provided to me throughout my career. I mean, with your support, think about it. As we think about what's possible, even in these challenging times in the future. In the 48 months of the Trump-Pence administration, we achieved the lowest unemployment, the highest household income, the most energy production, the most pro-American trade deals, the most secure border, and the strongest military in the history of the world. We did all of that.